Hi and welcome. Today I'll be talking about the protection stone, obsidian. Look at how beautiful it is. So protection stones are usually black in color. So we have the obsidian, the tourmaline and the onyx that are usually used for grounding and protection. So obsidian is a black, glossy and a glassy substance, and it's actually a volcanic glass that was formed when the lava comes out of the earth during a volcanic eruption, and it rapidly cools down on meeting the ocean. So that's when it creates the obsidian crystals. And some of the obsidians have inclusions like this. So this is called a snowflake obsidian because it has inclusions of cristobalite mineral within them, which creates the beautiful snowflake pattern. So the snowflake obsidian has all the properties of the regular black obsidian of protection and grounding, but it has additional property of also calming and soothing. So it's a softer energy. And this is another sample of just a sharp piece of obsidian, black obsidian for protection. The other substitutes are tourmaline. I'm also wearing tourmaline here as a pendant, and onyx. So I don't have a sample of onyx, but onyx is considered the most expensive of the protective stones because it is formed just like obsidian from the volcanic eruption from the lava, but it forms in the earth by staying for a very long time in the earth. So it's like a precious stone almost. You make jewelry out of it. It's more expensive as compared to obsidian and tourmaline. Um, so protection is usually, like, to me, in the Hindu pantheon, it brings to mind Ma Kali because she is the fierce goddess, mother goddess, who is like a mother lioness or a mama bear who's going to protect her children from evil, from any kind of predators. So let's pray to her first. So in the Mahavidyas, you have Ma Kali here. So there's a story of how like she's the fierce form of Ma Parvati, and she was formed because there was an asura called Raktabija who had this vardhan that he could be cloned from every drop of blood that fell on the ground. So the fierce form of Kali, she goes with her tongue out and drinks in every drop of blood before it falls on the ground, and ultimately vanquishes Raktabija. But she goes into such a frenzy, a blood drinking frenzy, that the whole world is like in this state of chaos of how to stop her fury. So then the gods go to Lord Shiva, and he, being the perfect uh, god, man, husband, he knows how to calm his wife. So he just goes and lays down right in front of her, and Kali Ma, in her frenzy of stomping all over, she goes and stomps on his chest. And that's when she realizes, oh, that is Shiva. And out of that sheer love that bursts out of her heart, she calms down and turns back into Parvati. So Parvati is like the soft form of the goddess who actually calms down Shiva and brings him into domestic life. But when she turns into furious form of Kali, then even Shiva has to struggle to calm her down. So that just shows the duality within every woman. There is a fierce warrior and there's the sweet mother. So it's just the different aspects, and everything is holy and beautiful and necessary. So joining our hands together, Om Shri Mahakalikaya Namaha. May Goddess Kali always protect us from evil, from the demons within and the demons outside. So the different stones, like we are talking of obsidian, it's used for purification, for enhancing your truth in your speech, expression, behavior, and facing your inner demons, for transformation. When there's a huge change going to come in your life, for dealing with it, providing support, and physical strength and stamina to deal with the change, and protection from psychic attacks. Most importantly, it's used by tantra sadhaks, anyone who has to deal with black magic or energy. They use the grounding stones and protection stones such as obsidian and onyx and tourmaline. It dissolves emotional blockages and trauma and unloving thoughts or negative thoughts that might be in your head, and it brings clarity to you of who you are. So, Ma Kali is all about destruction of evil, destruction of Maya or illusion, so that then all that remains is pure truth and reality staring back at you. On the medical side, the stones are obsidian related to digestion and detoxification, removing the poisons from your body. And it's a warming stone. Like, for example, if you see the sphatic, it's a cooling stone, very cool, cleansing, healing energy. While the obsidian, the black stones, they have a warming energy. So they're used in arthritis or nerve pain for warming all the extremities of your body, providing balance, recognizing your wrong thinking patterns that create problems with you, and it helps to empower you in your period of self isolation when you go into deep meditative practice, maybe sadhana. Then it helps to really ground you through that. It also helps with disorders like the veins, the skeletal structure, improves circulation, or if you have muscle aches or spasms, hardening of arteries. So these black stones are used for grounding and security. So they are related to the base chakra or the Mooladhara chakra. So it gives you that core strength. You can place it near the front door or your bedroom for protection. So that's it. Thank you